Sunday night sound session with John Moore and DJ Hyphen on KUBE 93.
All right, y'all, DJ Hyphen.
J Moore.
Sunday night sound session right now in the building. One of the dopest up-and-coming MCs in the game. Introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, man. J. Cole, man. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Currently in Seattle. What up?
NC.
First time in Seattle?
Ever, man. It was raining, of course.
Yeah, welcome. We fulfilled the stereotype on that one.
Inaugural welcome. You know what I mean?
So you've probably done this pretty much in every interview you've been doing recently, but you're probably going to have to do it because every time you're hitting a new market. Tell the people here in Seattle a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, like I said, I'm from North Carolina. I moved to New York when I was 18, basically trying to do the rap thing. But I went to college. I went to St. John's University. That was like my ticket. And then, you know, fast forward 6 years later, and you know, I got the opportunity to be signed to Jay-Z Rock Nation label.
Yep, first artist actually signed to the label Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt. When did you first know you wanted to be an MC? Like way back in the day?
Yeah, I was 12 years old. My cousin came up from Louisiana. He spent the summer with us. So like, he was a little older, so I looked up to him. He was like the cool cousin I had. And you know, he used to freestyle a little bit, and he was really just joking around, like, you know, he wasn't serious about it, but I thought he was serious. I was like, oh man, that's dope, like, teach me how to do it. So he just was like, it's easy. And then I started freestyling. I don't even know what I was talking about, stupid stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember one of like your first rhymes?
Nah, I remember one of my first rhymes, but I was talking about one of the first rhymes I wrote with him, like when I was just like, it sounded like some No Limit stuff. So I was talking about like putting people's faces on T-shirts and like a bunch of stuff I didn't really know about, but it was cool.
So outside of your cousin from Louisiana, who would you say then and even now have been some of your musical influences?
Yeah. Okay. So after that quick 2-month No Limit
no doubt
phase that I was on, like then I started to go into the back to my, because I was always a Tupac fanatic. So I went back to the Tupac, and then from there, man, that was right around the time where Cannabis was coming out, and I was just like, oh man, like,
Beast from the East days.
Exactly. And I'm like, man, I'm over here rapping like this, and he's over here rapping like this. He got lines and punchlines, and he actually takes thought. I'm like, oh man, I should do it like this now. So I was rapping like, you know, now I'm rapping like Cannabis, and now I'm rapping like Eminem. So I was blending styles. I was, you know, 1 minute I sound exactly like Cannabis, but once I go into my Eminem mode, now I just merged the two. Yeah. And then I got Royce the 5'9", who I thought was just incredible. So now I'm mixing him in there, and that's what I was just doing my whole time. And then, oh man, Nas, I always liked him, but now he's incredible. Like now I really see why he's so good. Yeah. So I'm mixing that in there. I think it's when I started actually recording songs and that, because before it was just writing raps and rapping them in ciphers or whatever, or wherever I could. Once I started recording, I recorded my first song at 15, and then hearing myself back, like, oh man, I was loving it, and it was just giving me more fuel to like, before I'm just used to hearing other people and trying to emulate that. Now I'm hearing myself and seeing like, okay, what else can I do? And you know, that's when I started to really work on like me. And back then I was therapist, but you know, J. Cole.
Okay, that was
that was the first rap name?
Yeah, my first rap name was Blazer. Blaza, Blazer. It's still like that name, man. And like, you know, but I was like 12 or 13, so of course that wasn't gonna last. And then therapist was my other rap name, and that was really given to me by my mentors. I couldn't come up with a name, so I was asking them, like, yo, let me get a rap name. I used to look through the dictionary for the rap names. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm gonna be the evolutionist or something like that. Just whatever word. Matter of fact, me and my friends used to, because they was looking for rap names too, so we used to be on the phone, like going through the dictionary, like, yo, what you think about whatever? Like, man, nah, it's too whatever. But yeah, so it was therapist for a while, and then once I got a little older, I realized, man, like I don't want to be a character, you know, like I want to be something close to myself, as close to myself as possible. And J. Cole, like people was always calling me J. Cole, even from middle school, like, yo, J. Cole. So hey,
No doubt. It worked out. It's funny that you mentioned Royce. We had Royce in studio a couple days ago, and I just asked him actually about you because there's something that I hear in your bars, just kind of a tenacity that I hear in Royce and, you know, a bunch of MCs actually. Well, actually not too many, but a lot from the D. A lot from the D.
Well, you have to say Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit and Royce and kind of like Fat Cat, LZI, people like that. I hear kind of the same tenacity.
Right.
And he kind of agreed with me and said he's definitely feeling your stuff too.
Oh man, that's crucial right there.
Yeah. So is there like, do you recognize like the hunger that you spit on tracks? Like, do you notice that, or is it just completely natural?
It's natural,
Yeah.
but I do notice it. Like when I hear him, like, oh man, like. But it's always been like that, and that comes from the Royces and the Cannabises. So Royce has a lot to do with that in a sense, because I remember literally listening to Royce and being like, dang, he's going hard, like he's killing bar after bar. So that's what it comes from. Those were the guys I was gravitating to at that time, and it always stuck with me. Even though now I'm a totally different artist, like I feel like I'm more, like I went away from only doing that. I used to only do that. Now I feel like I got so much more in my arsenal, but that's still a part of it, a big part of it.
You ever have to like tone it down, like for like ladies? Or, like, you know, I probably shouldn't spit so hard on this particular track.
Yeah, you might not want to, you know, be screaming on this.
Scared of
It was super important, like just as a person. Because, man, college, anything, man, whether you leave high school and go to college, or you leave high school and go to the Army, or you leave high school and whatever your phase or your path is going to change you in some way, shape, or form. Those bonds you build with those people, you know, that time away. I was talking to my father about the Army or whatever, and he was telling me just the experiences he had. I'm like, man, it's a lot like school. Like, some of the people you meet are going to be around forever. But it was those things that happened. Like, I basically had to become a man in New York and in college, because I left I had no family, so I was really up there. It was two things. I was in school, and I was also on my own now. So it shaped me a lot, man. New relationships, new people, just a whole new perspective on life.
No doubt. So while you're up there, the story goes at least that you were determined to get a beat to Jay.
Yeah.
Jay-Z. So did you see yourself more as a producer at the time than an MC?
No, but I thought that was going to be my ticket.
Just like Kanye.
Yep. I was like, man, Kanye did it.
Yep.
Like, I'll just try to get on my beats. I'll try to do the beats first. But, man, I think producers got it harder than rappers even.
How so?
Yeah, what way?
Yo, nobody is listening. Like, from my experience, like trying to get in the game as a producer, I was just so confused as to who to hit up and who to go to and how to get a listen from anybody. I just didn't know. Like, so I feel for the producers out there that like got some real beats and something really like cutting edge, but yet they feeling like, man, I can't get anybody. So with that said, my advice, I think the best advice I can give to any producers is, man, find you an artist. Like, find an artist that you believe in, work with that, develop that sound like Timbaland did with, with Missy and Aaliyah or whatever. Like, you become the sound, because it's hard. I mean, of course it happens. Everybody, there's always a few that make it, but I'm just saying, if you're finding any frustration in that, just try to go find somebody and work with them.
You're right. That's a good point too, because then it's getting in, with your sound and your music, but then it's also getting and breaking down those barriers of the politics and everybody that has a project. They got their affiliations, their crews, their camps, and the people that they're gonna give the look to first. And there's a limited number of projects coming out every year, and that number's shrinking. And then you got everybody making beats. So it's like
everybody got their hand in the pot, man. It's like I'm A&R in this album, but I manage these 4 producers.
No doubt.
So you tell me 8 beats already off the top are gone.
Exactly.
2, I gotta split up 2.
Yeah, the budget's already caked up, sliced up.
That's what I'm saying. So, and since I manage these 4 producers, you coming in managed by somebody else, I don't really have any monetary interest in you because I can't manage you.
Exactly.
So you playing me something that's ill, but I'm really like, so what?
Like, I don't got no really co-pub with
you,
so
like we got.
I'm gonna go deal with
my man. This is how this game works now. It's crucial, man.
Sunday night sound session with John Moore and DJ Hyphen on KUBE 93.